Peace FM 104.3. Who to me take
Book short man. Oh, your comments initial. Me too.
You try to go by your
In your
the publication of is it voters register on EC website, and I'm there settled.
yeah.
In spite of the fact the apparent conflict of law, be more metted be more quote in your mount privacy in Yadama.
Yeah.
EC so refer to CI 127. Into here yen timbras maybe there's an apparent conflict in terms of legislation. If we Saddam not telling him where to go.
Court.
Go and settle the matter, create a precedent for us, and let's move on. But otherwise, at this stage, I find the EC's position more persuasive. Uninterested, be a sacrosanct. And then, there was a data protection agency.
Yeah.
I'm the one EC warfare. EC know whether there are some aspects of the publication so there's no need for too much noise on it in the name of transparency. So you feel then on your correct, we amend the constitutional instrument, even though I really see nothing wrong with it. Now, Kwame, presidential election dispute, so 42 days. Yes, I'm the one who invite him into Manko, the 4th edition of the Cheney Bekai.
Yeah.
I unfortunately couldn't make it, but I think those things came out from that event. Into Sisi Akroy, there you a copy of the election dispute edition of the book. This is the 4th edition.
Yeah.
It's a very
I think it was last week Tuesday.
Yes, 24th wasn't it?
Tuesday.
Yes.
Ended up.
I was invited. I couldn't go.
Same here.
Yeah.
Until I'm ready check invitation. It was for 10 a.m.
That's right. Into a very important document actually. Is that will be all the first 3 editions, but it's very important. It's my advice, my encourage a man for the one access copy. Now campaign trail matters are rising. The Madi, I think we've dealt with it here before. As to President Mahamane claim their honor or starting free SHS. I think we dealt with it here some time ago.
Yeah, we did, but he's come back again.
Yes, and it's difficult. You see, the challenger President Mahamane NDC who face relative to this whole free education, secondary school education. Oh yeah, Kwame, what baggage of inconsistencies, contradictions, incoherence, lack of clarity over the period relative to this particular issue. Maybe as I'm making Kwame will not be too excited, but I must say it. It is that same deficit or defect the UP allies in facing UP friends who face it relative to the
independence
countdown to colonial freedom.
You mean incoherence and
the inconsistency.
Yes. You say this today, tomorrow you say that.
Boycott of the assembly legislative processes. Now why them? But otherwise, why they were part and parcel
of the struggle
process.
Yeah.
As we all know, even UGCC was formed before Nkrumah returned to Ghana, and indeed he returned to Ghana upon invitation by the UGCC to become secretary. Is a general secretary rather?
Yeah.
General secretary.
Now the final phase, the 10-year phase, and I'm not talking independence matter. I'm just drawing an analogy of a sort. And I've said this before. The inconsistency, contradictory positions, lack of clarity in the Yamano are affecting. There are people who would even want to say that they didn't contribute anything at all.
Which is also extremist.
Yes.
Not fair.
It's an exaggeration. Because Kaya, last minute, put no one anti UK. And the Manania is documented. Go and check the British Hansards.
Yeah.
It's all there. It's the same thing the NDC and John Mahama are suffering from. Right from 2008, when this thing was brought to the front burner as a campaign issue. The way they went about it, initially completely dismissive. The 20 years and
it's not possible.
Leocran, Ibimu saw a Mission Impossible, Ibimu saw a 419. Nini made the publications in India by a Kayota bill. The case, Sanoye, even old TPB. Our education can never be free.
He was talking about anything free not being of quality. It was not even specific to education.
There were things. No, he said education can never be free. BBI or free no so lacks quality.
Yeah.
To the extent there, initially the NDC praised him.
Yeah.
Indeed, one would double ne damu obey controversy ma Otabi but showed there or your old tape. And then they even took I was coming there. Which year was this? Is this not 2016
years ago? Yeah. Free education 419. Free education. It's a video, Barry. It's on camera catching.
I've seen it.
Kwegu.
Yeah.
Obi say, please repeat the NDC adjectives. I want to write them down. Inconsistencies.
And incoherent.
Incoherence. Contradictory. Lack of clarity. If a person a confusion of thought. They put together. It created an explosive mix.
Oh, you didn't bring amnesia.
Selection. Nefi into me exactly where they stood relative to this matter. But as a student of research, gradually, slowly, perhaps painfully slowly, no, they began to do some shifts. Until by 2014, the President Mahama announced that we will embark on progressively free education. 1981, to show that no, they had never been opposed to it. One of their witnesses, ironically, is President Akufo-Addo. Also, Akufo-Addo even said, welcome. So, Ekaya, all the publications are here. Yes, you got to read the text carefully to understand and see why war propaganda we need legs. Akufo-Addo had been in the UK for 6 months, holidays, Abakaya. Or returning journalist, I suspect was a Man FM journalist. No kind of, Mr. Akufo-Addo, President Mahama announced there he will be introducing free SHS. The politician in Akufo-Addo, and I mean the honest politician in him, I said, why not? If he's going to introduce free SHS, it's welcome. It's good for the country. Because after all, free SHS is not a personal matter. He deliver to the good people of this country.
Exactly.
And the children who will be leaders of the future. Okay, I say yes. If they've now done a turnaround and they are going to embrace it, why not? It's national interest, it's public interest. It is welcome. That is today being used to support war point, to attack the people who are saying that no, you are against free SHS. Then they take another one, UNESCO, war boss, Last Mahama for free HSS. And also read carefully the text. President Mahama no catch them with that look. I'm doing this. I also intend introducing free HSS. You read the Mamino comment now. The Mamino's comment, I know praising. The headline is different from the body of the story.
I see.
President Mahama, okay, already free HSS in Nyamina. My minister, I want to take this opportunity to commend you for increasing public expenditure on education for the past 4 years. This has brought a significant increase in pre-primary and primary enrollments. This has characterized progress towards gender equality in education.
Nothing about free SHS.
The journalist decides to say UNESCO applauds Mahama for free SHS.
Which paper was that? Which paper?
Oh, City FM online here.
Okay.
Other news portals also carried it.
Okay.
I have all here, but Mame quote it from, and it's the same. In fact, you read that, it looks like a syndicated report. The headlines are all the same. You read the story, yes. Me read President Mahama in some more kind. Also, a new initiative has also begun from this academic year to progressively make secondary education free in Ghana. From this academic year and for all these years, I've had fees including tuition, learning, on other fees removed. A bit weird, mentasi. We shall in future remove all fees till and extend the policy to all students as well. This is in line with our constitution, which enjoins us to make secondary education progressively free. This is the quote attributed to the president. It's a Mamino, the quote attributed to Mamina. Kwame, it wasn't directly focused on the promise of a progressively free education.
Yeah.
That was not her focus. Indeed, she was even talking of significant increase in pre-primary and primary enrollments. But, well, we are all journalists. Sometimes, as far as I'm concerned, a content analysis, the headline does not fit the body of the story. Having said all that, Kwame,
yeah,
yes, we should admit there, 2014 State of Nation Address, President Mahama indicated there will be a progressively free education. Make it a document. This document is dated 20th June 2017.
My 47th birthday.
That's your birthday.
My 20th June 2017, my 47th birthday.
Yes, it is. Kwame.
Yeah, go.
This government, this administration, now will process options to deal with their manifesto pledge. There will be a free senior high school. Until we share all the options available to them. And I'm going to read from this cabinet memorandum.
What year?
By Matthew Opoku Prempe, Minister for Education, on implementation of free senior high school education, dated 20th June 2017.
Yeah.
Also, consistent with government's commitment to make secondary education accessible, especially to needy students, the ministry initiated a program to make secondary education free through a further absorption of fees charged to students. The progressively free SHS program commenced in the first term of 2015-2016 academic year with all 320,488 day students in public SHS/TVET institutions. Under the program, 12 recurrent fee items, including examination fees, library fees, entertainment fees, SRC dues, science development fees, science and maths quiz fees, sports fees, culture fees, ICT fees, co-curriculum fees, development levy, and utilities were absorbed by government for all day students.
Me too.
For all day students. These interventions notwithstanding, huge numbers of students have been left out of secondary education. And the government, this administration, considered in this memorandum are not unnecessary for public consumption. Also, impact. This option, though brought limited relief for day students, was significantly inadequate as it made little impact on enrollment for the 2015-2016 academic year, during which period a total number of 115,363 students placed were unable to enroll as a result of mainly financial barriers. This option represents 22% of the cost of the recommended option TO for 2017-2018, amounting to 848 million Ghana cedis. Under this, market in the short because figures not also. Under this option, parents would have to make up the difference of 665.6 million Ghana cedis. Under these circumstances, the option was considered not impactful enough to solve the problem of improved access to secondary school education. And you are told, and it's all documented here, Kwame.
So bottom line, Nanado did free SHS.
Peace FM.
Comprehensive, qualitative way.
Okay.
There's a distinction between what John Mahama tried. Let me read this last one because it's important. See, implementation of this option, that is the Mahama option, started in 2015-2016 academic year under the previous government, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Under this option, 12 recurrent items amounting to 162 Ghana cedis per annum per student was absorbed for 320,488 day students. Additional proposal was made to include 120,000 boarders from deprived schools with an amount of 166 Ghana cedis per annum per student. This was, however, not implemented.
Not implemented.
Now, 2017, what did Akufo-Addo do? Was see all the financial options and the difficulty, challenges and everything, Kwame.
Mm-hmm.
They decided to roll it out. You can say progressive execution. But Inima, don't forget that both day students and boarders were included. Beboa.
Yeah.
Unlike the Mahama optional, he began with day students, promised to add day boarders, which he could not. And indeed, let's be honest, they left a huge bill. I don't put it for me on your strange.
Okay.
Governments come and governments go. It's why I say, yeah, seriously. And the Mahama approach was that, oh, able to me, I have Damaji only when we have enough accommodation.
Infrastructure.
Don't forget, yes, I said in Kitia told Ekusi Sende, it's not about affordability, it's access and quality. That was the argument. In Mahama's view was that, look, okay, you better see 200 schools, blocks, within 4 years before we can actually go deep into what Akufo-Addo and co are doing now. Kwame, time a Wofi office now. Now why we're handing over news why 46.
Yeah.
Cross-checking, double-checking. And now parliamentary records show there we're 29. Now ask yourself, say in 4 years, a year 29, instead of the 200, even if you give them the 46, I'm prepared to do so for good reason, for whatever reasons. I mean, when would we have that reached where Akufo-Addo has reached? You the affordability element, so that's not the issue. Or access and quality. And see, we strategy need there, basic 200 schools within 4 years. And Sanaye Tumya ba the path that Akufo-Addo has pursued. I'm saying that if the outcome, the output, then we might as well wait till Jesus Christ was.
Kwekuma that's it. Mami come ni mesaba.
Peace FM 104.3. Good to meet you.